Make your sankalpa, the chanting mantra Om. I'm chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. Outermost layer of 6 friendly creatures, elephant behind me, peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up all around me. The 3rd layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of mantra Om that I'm chanting. Now that you're familiar with the process, directly take your attention to Muladhara Chakra. Visualize a 4-petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath and chant Om. Take your attention to Swadhisthana Chakra, 6-petal lotus, orange color. Take a deep breath, increase your pitch. Take your awareness to Manipura Chakra. Behind your navel, 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase your pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind your heart center, 12-petal lotus, green color. Increase your pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind your throat pit, 16-petal lotus, blue color. Increase your pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Ajna Chakra behind your eyebrow center. 2-petal lotus, indigo color, increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra at the center of the top of your head. 1000 petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadi Avidishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Keep your hands near your chest. Follow my instructions in making a sankalpa or a statement of intent. I am chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health, mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health. I go down before you, thanking you for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along. Otherwise, just be in the vibrations of the sound energy. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Very gently disengage your hands, keep them on your knees. Keep your body absolutely steady and still. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind. See the reduced dissipation of thoughts in the mind. Or become a standby, passive observer of the thoughts. Allow the thoughts to come in and go out. Don't stop them. Don't interfere with them. Just let them come and let them go. Be only a passive observer of it. And now as you observe the thoughts, become a curious observer. Ask yourself the question, where are these thoughts coming from and where are they going? As soon as you ask that question, there is a momentary blankness. Focus your entire attention in that blankness. Repeat 3-4 times. Feel completely grounded to Mother Earth. Feel confident that she will always provide you for all your necessities of life. Feel a unique surge of energy coming up from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, giving you a unique experience, or a feeling, or a confidence that you can face up to all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. Then gently open your eyes and start getting ready for today's practice. We'll take you through the new practice that I've learned in the course that I just completed. It's called the Green Light Protocol. Helps loosen up the spinal cord. We normally work on one side of the body in this practice, and then later on we'll go to the other side. So to help you decide which side you must work on, we'll do 2-3 tests, and based on that you can decide whether you're going to work on your right side or your left side. The side that you decide to work, we will call it your side 1, and the other side we will call it as side 2. So very slowly stand up. Keep your hands on your hip joint, the bony portion of the hip. Let the fingers be available for you to see in the front. Look at yourself in your Zoom video, using it as a mirror, and see whether one side is shorter than the other. If right side or the left side is shorter, the side that is shorter is the side that you will work with. So first rule, if two sides are not similar or identical, you will choose the side which is shorter. You will lengthen that side. So remember this. The next one, you will keep your hands behind your spinal cord, on either side of the spinal cord or the spine. Massage these muscles and see if one side feels a little tighter than the other side. The muscles on one side is tighter, the side which is tighter is the side that you will work on. Okay? And now lie down on your back. If you can adjust your camera so that we can see you, it will be helpful. Now, in this position, just relax your body. Then very slowly turn your head towards your right side and stop when you feel any discomfort or a strain on the neck. And then slowly bring it back. Mohan, you're lying down on your back. You're lying down on the back. So lying on your back, very slowly turn your head to your right side. Stop when you feel a slight discomfort and bring it back. Make a note as to how far you could turn. And then turn your head to the left side and see how far you can turn and bring the head back to neutral. Now the side where you could turn less is the side that you would like to work on. So you have 3 measures. Choose from any one of these, the side that you want to work, whether it is the right side or the left side. That is your side 1. Keep this in mind. And now let your whole body relax completely. Experience your body. Pay attention to your heels and see how the heels are pressing against the ground. Are they same between right and left side? Then pay attention to back of the knees. What is the gap between the knees and the ground? And are they similar between the right side and the left side? Then pay attention to your buttocks. Compare right, left, the pressure on the ground. Then take your attention to your spine. Start from your lower vertebrae and scan each one of them and see how many are touching the ground, how many are raised away from the ground. Then pay attention to your shoulder joints. Are they flushed against the ground? If they are raised from the ground, are they symmetrical on the right side and the left side? Finally, pay attention to the back of your head. What is the pressure between the back of the head and the ground? Remember, we will come back to this position in the end, and you can experience what changes you can notice. Now, very slowly turn on your stomach. Bring both the hands in front of you. Keep your forehead on your back of the hand. And gently nod the head up and down. This is to relax your neck. And you can keep one of your hands behind your neck and nicely massage the neck. And now, watch before we start. If your side one is your right side, take the left hand by the side, keep the right hand in front, turn the face to the right side. If your left side is your side one, then take the right hand by the side, keep the left hand in front of the face, turn the face to the right side. Now watch the position. I am demonstrating from right side. You will turn a little bit to the right side so that your spine will become a curve. And you will slightly bend your knees so that the spine's curve will become a little prominent into a C. Just make sure you're doing this. In this position, keep your fingers somewhere near your chin, elbows stretched towards the front side of the body, and your face is slightly turned to the right side. The first movement in this will be to lift your elbows away from the ground and bring it back. The second move will be stop and go. So you bring it down a little, take back, a little more, take back, finally down. And then lastly, a full journey. Okay? So those are the three moves. Similar moves will be on the other subsequent practices. Only the hand positions will keep changing. So get ready. The hand in front of your face, fingers somewhere near your or below the chin, somewhere near the chin. Elbows pointing away from the body. Now in this position, very slowly lift your elbow away from the floor towards the ceiling and very slowly bring it back. Let it rest back on the ground. Now, one more time as you are doing it, breathe in when you are lifting the elbow up and feel the upper trapezius muscle where your backbone is there, top side of the backbone, the muscle will contract. When you're slowly bringing your elbow down, that muscle will relax and lengthen. Pay attention to that. Have total awareness to the muscle. Now we will do stop and go. So very slowly on the inhale, lift your elbow away from the ground and then slowly bring it down about 1/3 your normal distance and hold it there. Stop. Then slightly raise it back a little bit, not fully, only about half an inch or an inch. Then take it further down about 2/3 the distance. Hold. Once again, take it back about half an inch or an inch. And now take it all the way down to rest on the floor. Now, one last time, lift your elbows away from the ground. And then on the exhale, experiencing the release of your upper trapezius muscle on the top side of your shoulder blade, relaxing and releasing. Bring your hand down to rest on the ground. Relax and take a couple of breaths. Now for the second move, your face is in the same direction as the sea, knee is slightly bent. Your hand can either go to the back side of your body, but then your elbow must rest on the ground. Or it can be on your buttocks with the elbow coming on the ground. If that also is not possible, then keep the hand by the side of the body slightly with the elbow spread out. Now in this position, you will lift your elbow up and then very slowly bring it down to rest on the ground. So same moves, only the hand position has changed. So get ready. This time, your attention is on the middle of your backbone, the scapula. It's a middle side of your trapezius bow muscle and an adjacent muscle called the rhomboid. You can feel these two muscles contracting when you're taking the elbow up and feel these two muscles release and lengthen when you bring your elbow down. So very slowly on the inhale, lift your elbow away from the ground, focus of attention, middle trapezius and rhomboid. Very slowly on the exhale, release it and bring it back to rest on the ground. Second round, on the inhale, lift the elbow away from the ground. On the exhale, bring your elbow back to rest on the ground. Now we will do stop and go. So on the inhale, lift your elbow up away from the ground towards the ceiling, mid trapezius and rhomboid. Very slowly release up to 1/3 the distance and hold. Recontract a little bit. Release another 2/3. Hold. Recontract a little bit. Now release your elbow all the way to rest on the ground. One more full journey. So you'll take your elbow away from the ground towards the ceiling, wherever it can go comfortably. And then very slowly on the exhale, you will bring your elbow back to rest on the ground. Relax, experience what you have done till now on the right side of your body, particularly the right side of the back of the body. Can you experience any changes there that you can feel just now? Now you will once again bring your hand in front of your face, but the fingers will be at the level of your forehead. Your elbow will not raise from the ground. You will only make the shoulder move in the direction of the opposite hip joint and then very slowly release. So you take the shoulder up towards the opposite hip joint and then slowly release. So same movement, 2 full journeys, stop and go, 1 full journey. So get ready. Make sure your elbow is resting on the ground, it is not taken up. Initiate the movement from the side 1 shoulder. Move the shoulder in the direction of the opposite hip. You are now working on the lower trapezius muscle. As you take the shoulder back to rest on the ground, feel the lower trapezius muscle release and lengthen. Second round, breathing in, take the shoulder up in the direction of the opposite hip joint. Lower trapezius contracting. As you bring your shoulder back to rest, feel the lower trapezius release and lengthen. Now we'll do stop and go. So on the inhale, lift your shoulder up towards the opposite hip joint in the direction. Take your shoulder down about 1/3 the distance. Hold. Recontract a little bit. Take it down for another 1/3 the distance and hold. Recontract a little more. Finally, release your shoulder all the way down.
Ramesh,
Yeah.
I don't think I got the instructions for this movement.
Okay. So, first of all, you're turning your head a little to the side you're working on. Your knee is slightly folded, not much, very little. Your hand or fingers are in front of your forehead. Your elbows are on the ground. Watch my shoulder move. So the curvature will expand a little more on your face. Just watch that. And then in the stop and go, you will take it like this. Come down a little, take back. Come down a little more, take back. Come down the full journey. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes.
So practice full journey first with the shoulder. Initiate the movement from the shoulder.
I noticed that when you were moving the shoulder, your hip was also moving.
Let it happen. The focus is only totally on the lower trapezius. So the hip automatically moves, let it happen. Not a problem. So when you finish 2 full journeys, do the stop and go. So on the inhale, lift your shoulder, let it move in the direction of the opposite hip joint. When you're bringing it down, bring it 1/3 the journey and stop. Recontract a little bit. Take it down for another 1/3 the journey, covering totally 2/3. Hold it. Recontract a little bit. And then finally take it all the way down where it rests. Now for the last time, do a full journey. So on the inhale, take your shoulder up towards the opposite hip joint. And on the exhale, release your shoulder to come back to resting point. And relax a little bit. If you want, nod your head a little bit, massage your neck a little bit. Make sure that your neck is relaxed and comfortable. Now we are going to rotate your shoulder blade. So try and see if you can watch it. If necessary, you can try and pin my video so you get a better picture of the body. You're still rotated on the same side. Hands are towards the face. Yeah. Now in this, you have to rotate your shoulder blade. The first rotation is a circle in this direction. The second is a circle in this direction. Third is a circle in the horizontal direction. And last is a horizontal. I can imagine this is my shoulder, my backbone. So first rotation is like this. Second rotation is like this. Third rotation is diagonal on one side. Fourth rotation is diagonal on the last side. So the shoulder blade will go forward, bend down. So it will go like this. The sideways, you will take it to the side, take it up, take it to the other side, take it down. In diagonal, you will take it toward this side, take it down, and then take it up, down. And in the cross diagonal, you will take it somewhere towards the lower spine, take it up, take it towards the shoulder direction, take it down. And now I will show you the actual movement. The first circle. And then you will reverse the circle. Second circle sideways. It's called horizontal. The third in this direction. So I'll first take it towards my ears, up towards the ceiling, down towards my elbow, down towards the floor, towards the ear, ceiling, elbow, down. Now the opposite one will come in this direction. So I'll take it in that direction, towards the ceiling, towards the mid-spine, floor. Towards this direction, towards the ceiling, towards the mid-spine, lower. So those are the 4 directions in which you will be rotating your scapula or your backbone. It's called shoulder orbit. So get ready for the first circle, which is called the vertical circle. I'll try and give you directions. Keeping your elbows on the ground, move the shoulder first in the direction of your head, then up towards the ceiling, down towards your leg side, and then down towards the floor. Again up towards the head side, further up towards the ceiling, down towards the leg side, down towards the floor. Up towards the head side, further up towards the ceiling, down towards your foot, further down towards the floor, and relax. Now reverse of this. So first take your shoulder blade towards your leg, up towards the ceiling, down in the direction of your head, further down in the direction of the floor. Up towards the foot, further up towards the ceiling, down towards the head side, further down towards the floor. Last round, up towards the foot, further up towards the ceiling, down towards the head side, further down towards the floor, and relax. Now horizontal rotation. So first take your shoulder blade towards the spine, up towards the ceiling, down towards the arm, further down towards the floor. Spine, ceiling, arm, floor. Spine, ceiling, arm, floor, and relax. Now you'll reverse this. So first toward the arm, ceiling, spine, floor. Arm, ceiling, spine, floor. Arm, ceiling, spine, floor, and relax. Now we'll reverse this. So first, toward the arm, floor, spine, ceiling. Arm, floor, spine, ceiling. Arm, floor, spine, ceiling. Relax. Now the next one is in the direction of your ears to your hip joint, in that direction. So get ready. Now move your shoulder blade toward the ears, ceiling, hip, floor. Ears, ceiling, hip, floor. Ears, ceiling, hip, floor. Relax. Now you have to reverse this direction. So start with the hip, floor, ears, ceiling. Hip, floor, ears, ceiling. Hip, floor, ears, ceiling. And relax. Now the last one, from mid-spine towards your shoulder joint. So get ready. Spine, shoulder towards the mid-spine, ceiling, shoulder joint, floor. Mid-spine, shoulder joint, ceiling, shoulder joint, floor. Mid-spine, ceiling, shoulder joint, floor. Relax. Now we'll reverse this movement. Get ready. Shoulder joint, floor, mid spine, ceiling. Shoulder joint, floor, mid spine, ceiling. Shoulder joint, floor, mid spine, ceiling. Then relax. Now you have finished the first 4 movements for your right side. So if you want, turn on your back and relax. Massage your neck if you want. Experience how your right side is now feeling. And now we are going to work on your spinal vertebrae. We'll be lengthening the spinal vertebrae on the side that you are working on. So let me try and explain this as much as I can, sorry. You'll have to try and tuck the head inside your neck like this. So when you do this movement, you can feel the vertebrae compressing on the backside. So it's similar to a turtle drawing its head inside its shell. In that way you'll go. But you'll do this in the same position as we were. So you are in this position. So when I say take your head in, this is what will happen. And you can feel a slight movement on your spine when you do this. That is point 1. Point 2, we are going to take three vertebrae at a time and try to shorten it first and then lengthen it. So we are voluntarily contracting the spinal muscle vertebrae and releasing. So we'll start with the first 3 thoracic vertebrae. So if you keep your hand on the neck and slowly bring it down, you'll find the first bony vertebrae. That is C7. The 3 vertebrae below that is your thoracic 1, 2, and 3. And after that, the next 3 are at the top side of your scapula. Then the next 3 are at the mid rib cage. And the last 3 are at the bottom rib cage, taking a total of 12. And further, the instructions will go something like this. Draw your head to your shoulder and side bend. So what we mean is this. You are like this. You first tuck your head in and side bend. You can see my shoulder slightly bending. So first 3, to make these vertebrae contract, you will side bend at the shoulder level. Then for the next 3, you will side bend at the arm level. For the next 3, you will side bend at the middle rib cage. Then at the lower rib cage. Then at the below the rib cage for the lumbar vertebrae. And lastly, the last portion will try to press side bend on the floor. So each time when you're side bending at the different levels, pay attention to the 3 vertebrae that you're working on. So we'll start from the top, come all the way down to your sacrum in the bottom. So start getting ready. Feel your thoracic 1, 2, 3 and be ready for the movement. And listen to the instructions and go according to it. So very slowly, draw your head into your shoulder. Side bend, paying your attention to the first 3 vertebrae located at the top of your scapula. And then release the side bend, release your head and neck. Relax a little bit. Once again, draw your head into your shoulder, side bend at the arm level, flexing them towards the floor, paying attention to the mid scapula, and then slowly release. Once again, get ready. Draw your head into your shoulder, side bend, aiming your flexion towards the next three vertebrae located at the middle of the rib cage. And then very slowly release your neck and your head. The last three thoracic vertebrae, so draw your head into your shoulders, side bend, focusing your flexion at the lower rib cage, working on the last three thoracic vertebrae. Then very slowly release, relax your head and neck. Once again, draw your head into your shoulder, side bend, aiming your flexion just below the rib cage, working on lumbar 1, 2, 3 vertebrae. Then very slowly release and relax. And now we will work on lumbar 4, 5 and sacral. So get ready, draw your head into your shoulder, side bend, aiming your flexion towards the lumbar vertebrae 4, 5 and the sacrum, right at the bottom of your pelvis. Then very slowly release, relax. If you want, relax your neck, nod, massage your neck, feel comfortable. Now we are going to do what is called bowing. So we'll compress the entire spinal cord in one go, create a bow kind of a curvature on your back. So we are going to deliberately do this, and then we'll slowly release it, allowing the brain to record what we are doing. So watch and see how it is done. So you are in this position now. You will first hip hike. Hip hike means you will try to take the hip towards your armpit. Can you see this happening? And then you will bend your head further, so the curvature at this portion increases. So once again, let me demonstrate. Hip hike, increase the curvature. There is a big bow from the top to the bottom of your spine. And then very slowly release that curvature and come back to normal. Okay? You will do this 3 times. So get ready. The slow release is very important for your spine to relax. Only then you will get the relaxation of the vertebrae individually. So very slowly get ready. Start hiking your side one hip. Side bend further, creating a bow-like structure on the spine. And then very slowly release out of that contraction. Feel the entire spinal cord lengthen on the side you are working. Second round, hip hike your side one hip. Turn towards your side one a little more. Create a nice bow-like structure from the thoracic one to the sacrum. Then very slowly release out of that contraction, feeling the lengthening of the vertebrae all along the side that you are working. Finally, last time, hip hike, side bend, create a bow-like structure, And very slowly release out of that contraction and relax. Once again, nod your head a little bit, massage your neck, allow your neck to relax completely. Now we're going to repeat the same thing that we did with a slight difference. The first one we created a compression by drawing the head into the shoulder. Now we're going to create a compression, creating a hollow pressure at your gluteal muscles, and then work in the same way, three vertebrae from the top each time. So how will I do this? I will hip hike on the same side first. So this is the way it will go. I hip hike, so you can see my side where I'm working, the pelvis coming up. And then I will lower the flexion towards the first three vertebrae. For the second one, I will flexion towards the arm side. Then I will flexion towards the mid rib cage. Then flexion towards the lower rib cage. Then below the rib cage. And finally, at the pelvic level. So that's how I'll come down. Each time, I have to first hike my pelvis, create this curvature at the lower spine. Feel the compression building up in the spinal cord from the bottom, and then you will release each of them slowly. So get ready. Go with the instructions. Hike your pelvis. Side bend, focusing on the first three thoracic vertebrae at the top of your scapula. And then slowly release out of that contraction, release your hip hike and relax. Second round, slowly hip hike, side bend, focusing on the next three thoracic vertebrae located at the middle of your scapula, and then slowly release. Slow release is very crucial. Experience the release when you're doing it. Feel the relaxation and the lengthening on your spinal cord. Now get ready for the third round. Hip hike, side bend, focusing your attention at the middle of your rib cage, and then very slowly release and relax. Fourth round, hip hike, side bend, focusing your attention at the lower rib cage, the last three thoracic vertebrae, 10, 11, and 12. Then slowly release. Now get ready for lumbar 1, 2, 3. So hip high, side bend, focusing at lumbar 1, 2, 3, just below the rib cage. Then slowly release. So last move, hip hike, side bend, focusing on lumbar 4, 5, and sacral. towards the bottom of the pelvis. And then slowly release. Now once again, relax. Relax your neck, nod, massage. If you want to come back to lying on your back and then come back to the position, that's fine. Do whatever it takes to relax yourself. When you're ready, we're almost to the end, so we'll stop here. We'll continue from this on the next session. So just sit up very slowly. Oh, first lie down on the back, sorry. Lie on your back. Feel the effect of what you've done on the body. Once again, compare all the points, the heels, the back of the knees, the buttocks, the vertebrae from sacrum upwards, shoulder joints. See what is the difference on the side that you worked and the side you have not worked. What can you experience? Then slowly sit up. Be in a meditative position. Feel the essence of what you have done. See whether your sitting posture is slightly altered. You feel you're sitting a little straighter than before. Any other changes that you can notice? Be within yourself. Notice whatever little small changes you can notice. Get ready to chant Om 3 times. Once again, make your sankalpa, chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around you that keeps you protected from all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. Take a deep breath. Closing Shanti mantras. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Yoga Samasta Sukho Bhavantu. Om Trayambakam Vijamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarkamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Rub your hands nicely. When they're warm, then put them on your eyes. Feel the warmth flowing in from the palm into the eyes. and release. Joy, nice to see you back.
Thank you
Hope all
very
your-
much. Prabhu.
Hope all your power problems are sorted out.
I don't know about all, but I am sorting.
Incidentally, that is Mohan, who is a friend of mine, currently staying with his daughter at Zambia. Joy is in Zimbabwe.
Okay. Hi.
And that's Deepa is my niece, my sister's daughter.
Okay.
Okay, bye. See you tomorrow. We'll continue this. It'll go on for 2 more sessions. Okay.
Okay.
And Joy, you let me know how this feels. This should help you release the spine. It should also try to improve your knee pain. So see whether you will get any benefit or not. Keep me posted.
Okay.
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 Bye.